Bill R. or Scott. Well, I mean, I've known Scott a lot longer than I knew the late great Bill Rieflin. And Scott McCoy, has this huge role in the history of my musical life. Um, you know, as part of the Young Fresh Fellows, we really looked up to Scott. When I say we, I mean my band, the Posies. When we were just starting out, and when we were still, in high school and stuff, we really held the Young Fresh Fellows in high esteem. And Scott worked at the local record store where we consigned our first cassettes, and he gave us our first review in the local music paper, The Rocket, and he gave us our first show, believe it or not. So I've said it many times, but if there was no Scott McCoy, I wouldn't be here talking to you now. I mean, he's pretty much the keystone in how our career went forward. And then, because of my admiration for his music, and because I started to get a good reputation as a musician myself. Scott and I worked out starting the -5 together. That was originally a project that he and I were going to do just as a duo, an acoustic thing, very minimalist and bare bones, live in the studio, 2 acoustic guitars, 2 voices. That was how the first -5 album, Old Liquidator, actually started. And then it just kind of totally went haywire from there. But that got me playing with Peter, etc., because he joined the project, and so on. So that is also, part of the story of how I got involved in R.E.M. too. And Scott's just a very nice person, so there's all of that. And Bill, I knew about Bill. He had quite a reputation as a musician, and I remember very early in the Posies days, we went to see Ministry when Bill was playing with them in Seattle, etc. But I didn't really know him, really until he started playing with R.E.M. in the -5. He was a very interesting person, very funny, great musician, had a certain darkness, kind of mischief about him, which he played to great effect because, of course, he was always very dapper and very, kind of well composed. And so when that kind of anarchic, how'd you say, very sometimes quite naughty kind of humor came out of him, it was always quite shocking. I wish I'd been able to spend more time with him, but I say love you. So again, I'm not going to choose. They're both, are and were great musicians and very interesting people, and I was very happy to know them both, and I'm happy to know Scott to this day. Voila.